Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back again on Wednesday afternoon. I know we just had a live webinar yesterday about the same time, so we appreciate every single one of you sitting here with us and obviously learning about new nuggets, ideas, strategies, ways to improve and supplement your business. So that's the name of the game. And between yesterday and today, we have a total of five new products launching. And the one from yesterday is an exclusive opportunity that only a handful of IMOs have access to. It's also instant decision, but there is an agent involved requirement. So with everything we're going over today, it's 100% direct to consumer on our Insure Me Now direct site. Okay, so that's really the biggest difference. When you talk about the ultimate differentiator, the one leg up over your competition, right? This is where Insure Me Now Direct comes in, and it doesn't matter. So we had this idea 7, 8 years ago now, and we had literally one product, and it was a decreasing term. It was used for like mortgage protection insurance, but it was a dream come true because at that time there wasn't 100% direct to consumer product where an agent still gets paid a commission and a renewal, right? So it was unheard of. And carriers, underwriters, even compliance departments, they would look at my idea and they said, Bill, you're crazy. It's never going to happen. Okay. And yes, so 7 years ago, we launched with one decreasing term product. And again, dream come true. Everybody loved the idea. In fact, we had thousands and thousands of agents that wanted in. They wanted their platform set up ASAP because there's nothing else like it. And what they wanted to do was team up with mortgage companies, real estate companies, associations, groups, especially banks. Think about a mortgage, a 20-year, 30-year mortgage, right? They wanted to make sure that the client had a life insurance policy in case they passed, right? The mortgage was paid for or partially paid for, and then if it was paid off, the spouse obviously would get the death benefit. So fast forward to today, and this is the crazy part, we have 15 different products, adding four today, and we have four more coming that are going to be launching in quarter 4 of this year, which means about a month or two away. So, I mean, this is unbelievable. Now it's become the real Amazon, right, for life insurance. Okay, think about it. It is today, okay, and I'm on record by saying this today, it is the only multi carrier, multi product, direct to consumer platform where you, the agent, are agent of record and get paid full commissions and renewals on those products that have renewals. Okay, that's available today, period. Okay, yes, there are some competitors and carriers that launched a platform that's similar. Downside, they have one product with one carrier. And guess what? There's no agent commission. You're not the agent of record. It's a referral fee. Guess what that means? You're feeding leads or referrals to that organization. And what it also means is when your client, who you just sent to this company, okay, needs an update, a change, they have questions, they're not calling you because you're not agent of record. They're calling that company. And then when that company, we'll call it ABC Company, right, a year later wants to cross sell with critical illness insurance, guess what? They don't even remember where the referral came from in the first place, nor do they care. They're cross selling now to make a new commission on your client. So it's crazy. Again, point is today, this is the only option available, okay, for the brokerage agent space, multi-carrier, multi-product, where you are AOR, agent of record, and get paid full commission. This is the only option available, okay, and it's free. And the commissions aren't reduced. Okay, so it doesn't mean, oh, Bill spent a fortune on this technology, but now he's going to make it back because he's going to pay out 40% commission on a 20-year term. No, it's still full commission. Okay, and what it also means to you is there's no fat built into these products. okay, just to be allowed to sell them 100% direct to consumer. Okay, in other words, the client's not paying a price for this. You're not paying a price for this convenience. And what I suggest, and this really came true once the pandemic hit, but in the beginning, I remember we had a lot of third bedroom term agents, final expense agents, love the platform they were using and selling on the platform. Okay. But what happened with the pandemic, all of a sudden, a top MDRT producer was saying, wow, I can't do my face to face seminars at Ponderosa anymore. I have to shift gears. I have to innovate and pivot. Bill, tell me more about this platform. Okay. Even the huge agents now are using this on autopilot in the background. Why? Because they know virtual is the name of the game for moving forward and growing and supplementing what they're doing on a day to day basis. They know their client who has a $200,000 a year IUL that bought it from them for estate planning purposes. They know that Michael, okay, we'll call him Michael, is going to send over his children and grandchildren. And this agent knows that his children and grandchildren don't want to meet face to face at Starbucks. Okay? They want to go on a website. They want instant. They want quick. They want now. They want fast. They want immediate solutions, or else, guess what? They don't have the time. So now you send a link or you say, hey, go to my website. Everything's right here. We don't have one product with a bunch of fat built into it with commissions cut in half for the agent. No, no. These are competitive traditional products now. Okay, the game has changed and we're the only and the first to bring this to the space. So anyway, I don't want to rant anymore, but you have a huge leg up. In fact, I got a couple emails just earlier today when our agents saw this marketing piece go out about today's presentation. They said, Bill, can we white label this for an association or a group or a bank, financial institution? The answer is absolutely. And it's free for them and it's free for you. Okay, we will do it. Complimentary. As long as you're active, okay, with these carriers, there's only a handful, boom, you're in. And Annalise, who's joining us today, okay, this is her department. This is her baby. So if you need help with anything, you pick up the phone and you call Annalise when it comes to Insure Me Now Direct. Then at the end, when Seth is done with his presentation, because you're probably scratching your head saying, Bill, this all looks and sounds wonderful, but how do I drive people to my site? I want to sell product. Well, I'm going to share some great ideas with you to drive traffic to your site. Okay, and I guarantee if you write down some notes and ask questions, you're going to walk away with a nugget or two, and you know someone that would love to have a platform like this that will allow you to market to their database. Okay, and guess what? If it's ABC Mortgage Company, we can create the site to make it look like it's ABC Mortgage Company site with their logo. Okay, and every product that gets sold, guess what? It's under your name. You get full commissions plus renewals with most of the products. This is big. Okay, plus every product comes with 1 year scholarship. And that's the value add, by the way, when you talk about associations and groups. And oh, if you're a ABC mortgage customer and you buy our ABC mortgage term insurance, right? You get 1 free year scholarship for little Johnny or little Susie, okay? Or for grandkids, any family member. That's just the added plus because you're an ABC member already, okay? That's how you have to spin this. There's the options are endless. Okay, we even have the revenue booster program for PNC agencies. Wait until you see and hear about this later. I mean, it's endless. It really is. All right, let's keep moving along here. What I want to talk about real fast, and I know I hit on this yesterday. If you weren't on yesterday's presentation, we were talking about the latest LIMRA statistics and what everything is showing us, and it's no secret. Number one, you are in the best career choice in the world, especially the last 3 years, 2.5 to 3 years. Okay, as a life insurance agent today, right, with everything that's going on in the world, there is no better place to be than a life insurance agent. I mean that, okay? Because everyone, right? The awareness has skyrocketed. Everyone either wants to hear more about a quote They want to buy a policy, or they want to know, they want to be educated about a life insurance policy, okay, or even the supplemental products, okay? And you know this. This isn't rocket science, okay? Real fast, number one, two, and three, what this is telling us and showing us and proving to us is the younger generation is now more interested in life insurance than ever, okay? And it's because mainly of COVID, right? So you almost have to look at this like, I want to be an educator, and then the sales will come. So you can put together webinars, you should have your own YouTube channel, you should be using social media to its max. You should have at the minimum LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Be out there, get scrappy, get creative. We even have videos, okay? We have Facebook ads. We have 2 3 minute tutorials we can co-brand with your name and logo. All you have to do is hit the send button. It's free. There's no reason to not do this. You got to get your name out. Bottom line is, when it comes to insurance products, they have to know, oh, I'm going to go to Bill Levinson, the local insurance guru. I remember seeing his stupid positive Tuesday quotes every week. I know he's in insurance. I'm going to call him. He looks like he knows his stuff, right? That's what you should be doing and how you should be looked at, okay? In your city, county, state, all over the country. Doesn't matter. Get creative, okay? You can be known as the guy or girl, the go-to for insurance, the educator. All right, let's keep moving real quick. It's also Life Insurance Awareness Month, though. So there's no better time. You got to get the word out now, right? We have a bunch. We even have every single carrier approved, compliant piece of marketing material available today for September on our website. We're going to send out a thank you email. We'll include all of this in today's email, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Okay, let's keep moving. We're doing some cool incentives, some contests for first ever application written on the Insure Me Now Direct platform. First ever app with Levinson, okay, and that's with any of our companies. And then with SureBridge, right, your first two apps, they pay you 50. We're putting in another 50. That's $100 on time. Guess what? Most of their products, it's a full pass-through renewal and commission. Okay, so their numbers are huge. In fact, when it comes to supplemental products, there's no better game in town. And think about this, with the convenience on Insure Me Now Direct, again, no-brainer, folks. Very easy. And I also want to mention, and this comes in a lot, when you're talking about Insure Me Now Direct, it doesn't necessarily mean, consumer or prospect, found your website through Facebook or someone sent it to them or whatever it is. They just stumbled across it through Google, okay? And if they bought a product on your site, wonderful. But it also can mean when you, the agent, are out there, right, at your daughter's soccer game tonight, and you meet someone, you can run the quote with them on your phone or tablet. And if they say, wow, I didn't know I can get critical illness for $23 a month, how do I sign up? Well, right here, you just click apply. You hand them your phone, tablet, or they can do it on their phone, tablet, and boom, approved instantly. Done. You just made a new sale. So it doesn't have to be 2 a.m. when this person gets home from the local bar or whatever it is. Okay, it could be face to face. It could be through a webinar, over the phone. All of the above. This is just an easy way to make a sale. Okay, doesn't make a difference. So you have to look at it like that too. All right. So again, 2 new contests. Let's keep moving along here. And by the way, we put our money where our mouth is for a reason with those contests, because we know, right? And most of these are smaller cases. We know that once you try your first application, right? You write your first app, we know you're coming back for number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because you've never seen anything so easy and fast. Okay? There's nothing else like this. So again, we definitely put our money up behind this because we know it works. Okay, let's move over to the left side real quick. I'm going to go through this fast because Seth is here from SureBridge. He's our VP. You probably saw him live at our expo for the last few years. He's also a personal friend of mine. In fact, we did the Sturgis Harley-Davidson trip a few years back, and I'll never forget that. Anyway, he's a good friend. He's also our VP at SureBridge, and he's responsible, right, for helping Levinson get these products on Insure Me Now Direct. So he's not just another VP out there. He means a lot to us. He's going to be on in about 2 to 3 minutes here. All right. So top left corner, I'm sure you were on the webinar yesterday, or at least I hope you were, but we launched the first ever instant decision IUL with built-in living benefits, okay, and 3 health classes with a Table 3 reduction program, okay, on a competitive IUL with Lincoln Financial. So again, no brainer. What we're doing, write your first app with them in 30 days. You get the Fire 10 tablet, okay, same exact thing. We know once you write one, you'll be off to the races. The difference between that platform and product and what we're talking about today is that you do have to be involved as an agent. It's not 100% direct to consumer, and it's on our iGo platform through our website. Okay, let's keep moving. I'm going to go real fast here. SureBridge, like I said, write your first 2 apps. You get $100 cash, no questions asked. Let's keep moving. On the annuity side, we're starting MIGA Mondays. So every single Monday, you're going to see a updated rate sheet that's built into our website and our signature email. So if you need the latest rates, just check those out. And we tied in a Margaritaville Jimmy Buffett cruise on the annuity side for minimum $750,000 of indexed annuity premium. Okay. All right. I'm going to skip around a little bit. We're also going to include all of this in today's thank you email. Let's move over to center section, Pack Life. I just want to use a quick personal example here. So I had a friend of mine, if you were at the Maggiano's meeting, I spoke about this, met him on a plane going to a tech conference in California a few weeks back. Long story short, he needed a term policy, $3 million. We had our local agent here handle the sale. And I mean, this is unbelievable. Think about this for a minute. Okay. Now, this is not direct to consumer. Okay. This is not instant decision, but this is pretty cool. A guy my age, right, gets 30-year term, $3 million of death benefit. Okay. My age, healthy, not perfectly healthy, but healthy, approved in 1 week. No exam, no APS, no nothing, okay, with Pack Life's new accelerated program, okay? I mean, that's unbelievable. 3, 4, 5 years ago, are you kidding me? That would have taken 2, 3 months if you're lucky on a good day. So things have changed. For larger face amount, that's definitely the direction I would look at. All right, let's keep moving. Right-hand side, Carrie's Corner. Latest article is out. Okay, check that one out when you get a chance. We love his editorials. We want to hear from you. Okay, these are real life stories, and he loves to hear your feedback. Bill Levinson Experience Podcast. We just finished episode number 40 with Natalie Cooper. She was a great guest speaker, an agent of ours, and kind of an interesting spin because she focuses on the health side, and she uses that to open doors to cross-sell with life and annuity. So a very good story, very good interview, and I think you all can learn from. So definitely check that one out. It'll be launched this week. The FAQ videos, we took all the top questions and answers for each department, and we put it into 3 separate videos, very easy to use, and it's going to help you, especially if you're newer with us. It's going to help you learn your way around Levinson and Associates. The new IUL prospecting book called The Holistic Retirement Approach is out now. In fact, we're going to give that out if you write your first case, okay, on Insure Me Now Direct. You got 30 days, or post a review on Google or our Facebook page, and I'll send you the book on me for active agents only. Next up is my friend, Seth Groth, who's going to dive into the latest and greatest products on SureBridge and Insure Me Now Direct's platform. Seth, you there, good buddy?
I'm here, and thanks for that warm introduction, and thanks everyone to jump on today's call to learn about the 2 newest products that are going to be on Insure Me Now Direct with SureBridge. If you're not familiar with SureBridge, we're an ancillary carrier, and some of our goals are we want to be able to offer some of the best products at the best prices, make sure you're compensated fairly for selling those products. And the only way that we can accomplish all three of those things is by leveraging technology. And so we partner with organizations like Levinson's and Associates who have that technology mindset. All right. If you're a paper app guy, good luck, but we're not going to be the carrier for you. So we leverage tools like Insure Me Now Direct that get our products in front of the consumers in an easy process, and also involves an easy enrollment, an easy quote and enrollment process. And so we've been working with Levinson's for several years now with the Insure Me Now Direct platform, and we have a lot of products already available out there for you to sell. And when you look up at these different products, you can see we got cancer products or critical illness products. We have a hospital indemnity product. We got dental vision products. We got accident products. And coming soon, we even have a term product that's going to be available. But when you look up here, you might see that after all these products, you're going to see GI in parentheses. And GI stands for guaranteed issue. And that just goes back to reinforce the statement that I made earlier, that we want to make quoting and enrolling in these products as easy as possible. So all of our products outside of the term product, we don't have GI on the term product, but all the other products that you have access to have some element of guaranteed issue available. And it's just one of those things that consumers are starting to expect. Bill mentioned earlier Amazon, and people are they expect to be able to enroll in these products online. Well, they're also expecting to be able to qualify for these products even if they have health issues, and also go through an easy enrollment process. So by being able to offer these guaranteed issue benefits, we don't have to turn people away as long as they're within the issue ages, and it's going to be really, really simple. Because one of the things that I've found especially on the direct-to-consumer sales, the client goes out, quotes, that all looks good, they get to an application, and now there's a long list of health questions. They hesitate right there, right? They're like, all right, do I really want to answer all these health questions? Where now, if you just have to answer some basic demographic information and then qualify, your taken rate is going to be a lot better. So this is everything that's available. The two products that we're going to talk about today is going to be Hospital-Wise and also our Secure-Wise term. Now, Hospital-Wise isn't technically new. We've actually had this product available since 2019 on a simplified issue basis. However, at the end of this week, starting on Friday, we're actually going to have guaranteed issue benefits available. So as long as your client stays under those guaranteed issue thresholds, they're not going to have to answer any health questions on the application. So when you look at our health products or the ancillary products or all the products up there, other than the term product, really what they're designed to do is to help offset some of the out-of-pocket costs associated with healthcare. And if you follow the health insurance industry, you know that there is a crisis out there for consumers to pay for the out-of-pocket costs with healthcare. And I actually went out and I Googled healthcare out-of-pocket healthcare crisis, and I received over 19 million results in under a second. And so what that tells me is, number one, people are out online talking about the out-of-pocket costs associated with healthcare, and also consumers are out searching for solutions for those out-of-pocket costs with healthcare. And so just that fact alone makes leveraging Insure Me Now Direct really beneficial to you, the agent, because you are where people are out talking about these problems, and also where clients are searching for solutions. And so if you're not familiar with out-of-pocket costs and the under 65, that's usually going to be your deductibles and co-insurance. The ACA plans in 2022, the maximum out-of-pocket for an individual is $8,700. The maximum for a family was $17,000. And if you look at the savings that most Americans have, it's not much. It's going to fall way short of that, and plus that savings usually isn't designed for that. And if you work in the senior market, we're going to talk about Medicare Advantage plans and how our hospital indemnity plan aligns with that. The average maximum out-of-pocket cost for MA plans in 2022 enrollment was a little over $5,000, and for out-of-network benefit, it was a little over $9,000. And so the point is that consumers aren't saving. These out-of-pocket costs continue to increase each year. Now with inflation going on, and that buying dollar is a lot less, and so if a client hasn't received a raise, the ability to pay this is even harder. And so SureBridge can come in with our ancillary products and provide them solutions to it. So when we're talking about our ancillary products, I want you to have these clients in mind, and and when I talk ancillary, I'm like our hospital and accident plans. And then afterwards, we'll kind of talk about our term product and where that fits. Up here on the screen, nuts and bolts. As I mentioned, we have going to have guaranteed issue thresholds available on Friday. I'm going to show you what those look like. If you go above our guaranteed issue threshold, it's going to be true simplified underwriting. And so basically you ask the questions on the application. If the client can answer them truthfully and favorably, those policies get issued. So with our ancillary products, there's never an MIB, never a script check, never a phone interview. It's you answer the questions favorably, great, you're issued, right? And if you apply with the guaranteed issue thresholds, there's not going to be any health questions. So as long as you're not incarcerated, that's going to be instant decision as well. The plan does have a 6-month look back for the first 6 months of the policy. That's very important to understand, especially on the guaranteed issue basis. So for example, let's say someone was, diagnosed with cancer, they're going through cancer treatment. They can qualify for the guaranteed issue benefits. However, they wouldn't receive any benefits for cancer for those first 6 months. Outside of those 6 months, 6 months and 1 day, then they'd be eligible to receive benefits. So now with these new GI thresholds, you don't have to walk away from anyone. Other than that, there's no waiting periods on the hospital indemnity, so accidents covered immediately and health conditions are covered immediately as long as it's not in the pre-X. So up here, and I'm going to walk through these benefits, but it just helps to understand what I mean by guaranteed issue thresholds and then also simplified issue thresholds. Now, these GI benefits are going to be available for all issue ages. So on the previous slide, you saw issue ages 0 to 90. So that means if your client's 90 and applying for hospital indemnity, regardless of what their health conditions are, as long as they're under those thresholds, there's not going to be any health questions on the application. So remember, the GI benefits, issue ages 0 to 90, as long as you stay under those thresholds up there, there's not going to be any health questions on the application. And we're really excited about this. I think it's really a differentiator when you look at other hospital indemnity plans out there. Some of them have guaranteed issue benefits, but it's only for a certain amount of time, right? It's for like clients 64 to 68. It's not for all issue ages. So the fact that we got this out there in the marketplace is huge and really is going to be a differentiator for us. But the way that the plan works is, and this is kind of important to understand so that when you're marketing to clients, they understand how the plan works. Because how it works is it starts with the base benefit. So you select your daily benefit, $50 to $1,000 a day. Remember that guaranteed issue threshold would be $350, and then you select the benefit period. Okay, so that's the amount you'd receive each day that you are in the hospital. You also get an observation benefit and mental nervous benefit built into that as well. But after you select the base benefit, so the daily benefit and the benefit period, then you start adding riders. Okay, now different riders appeal to the different insured. For example, the lump sum hospital confinement rider is more popular in the under 65 market than in the over 65 market. The reason for that is that in the under 65 market or ACA market, you're going to have those higher deductibles and co-insurance. And so having that lump sum hospital confinement rider takes a bigger chunk out of it. So definitely one you'd want to communicate to your clients if you're primarily marketing to that under 65 market. Outpatient surgery rider just pays that benefit if they have an outpatient surgery for sickness or for accident. Skilled nursing facility rider, this is popular with our Medicare Advantage clients. If you're familiar with Medicare Advantage plans, they have co-pays for stays in nursing facilities following a hospitalization. Those co-pays are usually $100 or $200 a day, but they're only that copay is only out there for days 21 through 100. And so you can align that daily benefit with also the benefit period for that skilled nursing facility rider. Emergency care rider, this is real popular, pays that benefit if the client goes to the emergency room. It does have to be an emergency room, but it does have to be an emergency room attached to a hospital, but it's not contingent on hospitalization. So if a client is at home, they're cooking dinner, they cut their finger, they decide they need to go stitches, they go to that emergency room, they receive that benefit. Or if they're just having a rough night, they're not feeling well, and they want to go see a doctor before the morning, they go to the emergency room, they receive that benefit as well. So that's going to be one of the more popular ones that we offer. Ambulance rider just pays that for a trip in the ambulance. Outpatient diagnostic rider pays that benefit for any of the exams listed there. So from a high level, quick run through, those are going to be the riders. I'm recommending stay under those guaranteed issue threshold, but it's good, either way. So as I mentioned, those guaranteed issue benefits will be launching on September 16th. There's no change in the policy language. There's no change in the rates. There's no change in the commission level. So whether you go simplified or GI, you would be paid the same on this particular plan. As far as product availability is concerned, up here is what it looks like. We're ready to go on the Insure Me Now Direct platform. And so the 16th, we can hit the ground running by offering the GI benefits to your clients. Keep in mind that simplified issue is available today, but in 9/16, we'll have the GI available in those states. And then also remember the look back period. It's the same if you go simplified or GI. It's just if you've been treated or diagnosed with any condition 6 months leading up to purchasing the plan, you're not eligible for any benefits for that particular condition the first 6 months of the policy. So, and if you want to go simplified issue, that's what that would look like as far as the questions that would knock them out. But like I said, I like those GI benefits. Keep it easy, quick, keep it simple, and then you don't have to answer any health questions on the application. But here's really the market in the senior market. We're really targeting selling this in conjunction with individuals enrolling in Medicare Advantage plans. More and more people opt for the Medicare Advantage plans due to the premium savings. We're about 45% of Medicare beneficiaries are enrolling in Medicare Advantage plans. The problem with these plans, and I had this stat up on the earlier slide, is that the out-of-pocket costs associated with them. Okay, so the co-pays with these plans are $5,000 if you go in network, $9,000 if you go out of network, and they have really tight networks. Okay, and so a lot of times you might have to go out of network for some of those types of services. And then the problem is, or the challenge is that I pulled this stat up from NASDAQ.com that 69% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. And so, especially in that senior market, right? If they have to write a check for $5,000, that's going to be challenging, especially if they're just living Social Security check to Social Security check. So up on the screen here would be a common Medicare Advantage plan on the left. Okay, those are going to be common copays that you see with those types of plans. On the right is a solution that the client could purchase to cover those copays. And you can see there, we kept those limits under the GI thresholds. The only one that we didn't completely cover was the ambulance service. That one was $255, and we just did $200 to keep it under that GI threshold. But that's the concept of hospital-wise in the senior market. If you're enrolling clients in Medicare Advantage plans, this probably makes sense. If you don't do that market, this is what we're talking about and going out and selling it. My example in the under 65 market, or first of all, the under 65 market, we already talked about the maximum out-of-pocket costs. If you end up in the hospital, you're going to walk out of there with a pretty big bill. And again, less than, or 69% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. But I always like to tell a story about myself. This was several years ago. I was 35. I was enrolled in a high deductible plan, actually at a previous employer. When I enrolled in that high deductible plan, I liked the concept of the lower premiums, but I was a little concerned about how I was going to pay that, right? I was healthy. I wasn't incurring any health costs, but that in the back of my mind, I was like, what if something happens, right? Now, I was contributing into a health savings account, and that would pay off later. That's why I have up there that I say I'm kind of smart. But here would have been two options that you could have offered a 35-year-old in that same position as me. On the left-hand side, we kept that all under guaranteed issue. So we just maxed out the guaranteed issue benefits. We can enroll in that plan for $26 a month. And then on the right-hand side is what I would do. Now that would have been on simplified issue. And you can see I kind of bumped up the outpatient surgery rider and also the lump sum hospital confinement rider. That would push it to simplified issue. But again, in that under 65 market, it's, might make it a little bit better to take a bigger chunk out of that copay. But here's the example, and I'm going to keep this in time. I'm not going to share the story, but I ran a marathon, and I ended up having to take an ambulance ride to the emergency room. And then once I got to the emergency room, I was admitted to the hospital. And then once I was admitted to the hospital, I had to spend the night. And during the night, the heart doctor actually came and visited me and started running EKGs on me because my heart was all out of whack. Now, 24 hours later, everything was back to normal. I was good to go, but I walked out of there with a big bill. And so based on those two solutions that I showed you, If I would have had the GI solution, I would have walked out with $1,000, 100, and if I would have had the simplified issue, I would have walked out with $1,950. Mind you, that is only 1 day in the hospital, and I had to pay for those out of pocket out of my health savings account. So I saw firsthand how just one thing happens to you, you walk out with a lot of big bills, and most people won't be in my financial situation where they have the savings to pay for it. So that's the hospital-wise plan and kind of where you can position it. Great for both the under 65 and over 65 market, but I really like those guaranteed issue thresholds. Real quick, go through secure-wise term. Now I do have to say this about Bill. Now this isn't quite ready on the Insure Me Now Direct platform, but it's close. We're in the final testing stages, and no other platform has this available on a direct-to-consumer basis. So Bill has been working with me for a long time. We had the Insure Me Now Direct platform. They're going to be our first ones. And so if you have this available, you're going to be the first people out in the marketplace that can actually offer this product on a direct-to-consumer basis. So none of the other, and we work with other people that have direct-to-consumer platforms, but Bill is the first, and Levinson's and Associates are going to be the first to have this available, and we just think that's awesome. Now, Bill talked about the opportunity, with life insurance. I always like to look at why people aren't buying. And the two that I always like to look at is cost and the medically qualifying. And so with a simplified issue term product that goes all the way down to 25,000, we can get a plan that fits their budget to overcome the objection of cost. And on a simplified issue basis, it's just really easy to qualify for this plan. And so up on the screen here are going to be the issue ages. You can see you got two options: 10, 20-year term, annually renewable out to 75. Death benefit 25 to 250. We only sell this in $25,000 increments, so keep that in mind. We have some pretty good riders available on it, which I'll mention kind of some niches on it on the next screen. It is not convertible. This is just quick, easy, and so it would just be available for the length of the term or go to annually renewable. The one rider that I want to point out is the spouse rider on this product. You can see you can either do 10 or 20,000 as a spouse rider. That spouse rider is guaranteed issue, okay? So the spouse doesn't have to answer any questions. So as long as one spouse is insurable and can get the base policy, you can add the other spouse at those benefit levels with no questions. If they want more than that, they'd have to go do their own application, but that spouse rider is available on that guaranteed issue basis. Also, the same is true of the dependent rider. If you add the dependent rider, all kids are eligible. There's no health questions for them either. And then the critical condition rider just pays a percentage of the death benefit. Our rider does accelerate dollar for dollar. And so if you added this rider and you added a $25,000 critical condition rider, it would actually pay that client $25,000 and reduce the death benefit dollar for dollar as well. But really where I think we're different on this plan is from an underwriting perspective. If you only apply for 25,000, it's only the questions on the application, okay? So it's going to be instant decision. It's just like our health products. You're either in or you're out. You answer the questions. If you can get through them, you're good to go. If you can't, it's going to be a decline. 25,000 questions on the app only. Otherwise, all other benefits are going to be questions on the application on the script check, with a potential phone interview or a claim check. We're actually owned by United Healthcare, and so sometimes they'll pull a claim check through United and see if anything hits there. But regardless, really simple, but I really like that $25,000 amount. The approach that I take with this is what I call the benefit approach. If someone works for a company, they probably get some health insurance, they get some dental insurance, they get some vision insurance, they get supplemental insurance, or at least the option to buy it, and then they get some life insurance, right? Well, now with the Insure Me Now Direct platform, they can go out, purchase individually on their own. They don't have to work for one of these employers, and they can enroll in 3 out of 4 of these because they can get the dental vision, they can get the supplemental like the hospital indemnity, and once we have the life out there, they can get that as well. Bill also mentioned Sturgis. I got one more quick example here. This is me. If I purchased a Prime DVH plan for $38 a month, and then the agent came to me and said, hey, by the way, I know you ride motorcycles. I don't know if you've looked at your life insurance recently, but I have a real easy plan for you to qualify. I can get you an additional $25,000 term for an additional $8.92 a month. We can enroll right now. We'll know if you qualify, or you can go out and enroll on Insure Me Now Direct at your own time and get that in place. Is that something you'd be interested in? I mean, just due to the fact that it's only $8.92 a month, it's definitely something that I would consider. Now, I am in the life insurance industry, so I'm a little bit different because I own a lot of life insurance, but I'm just saying the general person that doesn't have enough life insurance, you say $25,000 for $9 a month, they're going to take it. So that dental and the monthly premium would only be $46.92 a month. And that kind of aligns with some of the bundling that we're going to have available on Insure Me Now Direct as well. So with that, just real quick, $25,000 niches, insurance starter pack, great for people that don't have insurance. Temporary final expense. So if they can't afford a simplified whole life policy, but they want something just until they can, this is a great solution for it. Small debts, uninsurable spouse, because remember that spouse rider is GI. And then I've been positioned as to offset inflation, right? If you sold somebody life insurance 2-3 years ago, let's say you sold them 500,000, right? That 500,000 doesn't have the same buying power that it has today. And so now you can go back and say, hey, it's probably time to up your life insurance. We can, either look at higher amounts, or I can get you enrolled in 25,000 at your leisure through Insure Me Now Direct. So with that, Bill, that's what I had prepared for today, and I'll go ahead and kick it back over to you.
Whew, that was great, Seth. You killed it. Great job, and it was a great shot on your Harley Davidson there. Love it. So yeah, in a nutshell, that was everything by SureBridge, and I think not to confuse all of the new products and the moving parts with Insure Me Now. The bottom line is these are wonderful door openers, right? When you talk about guaranteed issue, the hospital wise, to age 90, right? Or even the 25 grand term, which obviously you can go to 250, but the 25 is so easy to get. These are easy ways to build your book, right? To be able to go back and cross sell and build your client base. So when you're out there marketing on YouTube, on social media, on Facebook ads, you need to come up with these niche type products to open doors. Think about it. If you're going out there marketing the same, oh, we have the best term products out there, click here for more info. There's almost a million other agents throughout the country doing the same thing. So what is your one leg up, right, versus everyone else? And these are great ideas and strategies to separate yourself from the competitors that are marketing online. So that's what I want you to be thinking about as we go through the rest of the presentation. All right, so that was awesome, Seth. Thank you once again. So what we're going to do now is I put together a bunch of ideas and bullets on ways you can drive eyeballs to your Insure Me Now Direct platform, right? Because the more eyeballs, the more sales are going to be made. Okay, hello, it's not some secret sauce, right? It's that simple. Okay, what I want to do next is show you all how you can get started, how you can get set up with Insure Me Now Direct, what it looks like, what it feels like. By the way, and I said it before, everyone's going to get a thank you email, and we're going to include all of this information, the brochures, the state approval list, everything Seth just touched on. And then don't forget the first two apps with SureBridge. They give you $50 cash. We're giving you another 50. That's $100 cash plus full pass-through comp and renewals on almost everything Seth just went over. Okay, so there's no small print gray area here. Okay, so everything is under Get Started. Plus, you can, or I should say, you can click on that thank you email, and everything will be included. Let's keep moving along here. Now, remember what I said earlier. It doesn't matter if someone finds your link or your site at 2 a.m., right? Or you're face-to-face in a seminar, let's say a webinar, selling over the phone, whatever the case is, doesn't matter, okay? Or if you're, let's even say, face-to-face, or you want to send someone a link, everything is mobile compatible. So let's look on the right-hand side, okay? That is Insure Me Now Direct, the mobile version. So your consumer, your prospect can literally pick up their phone, Android or Apple based, and go through the entire process A to Z, or you can do it with them when you meet Shelly at your daughter's soccer game tonight. Okay, same thing. On the left side, that is our Levinson mobile app for agents. The one on the right for consumers, left is for agents. Everything is at your fingertips on the left side app. That's a free download, and you should have that on your phone. Okay, hello. Both of these are a no-brainer. If you're in the insurance business, I don't care if you focus on $1 million a year IUL cases, right? Or you love selling the hospital wise because it opens doors and everybody's going to get approved. Whatever the case is, you need to have these resources. Okay, let's keep moving along here. What I want to do next, and then I'm going to introduce Annalise in 2 minutes, and she's going to walk you through a quick demo version and show you exactly what it looks and feels like. So we spoke about door openers, right? There's no better way when you're marketing online and through social to get the message across and for a consumer to hit a reply button or fill out a form than to offer guaranteed issue insurance products. You just heard about the hospital-wise to age 90. We're adding 2 more products. Actually, they're added right now. Left-hand side is the new Gerber Life College Plan. Okay, guaranteed issue plus there's a 1-year scholarship that comes with it if the consumer signs up on your Insure Me Now Direct. Right-hand side is the new Gerber AD&D product. Again, guaranteed issue up to $250,000. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different guaranteed issue options. If I were an agent today, I would put my 2-minute ad together and talk about the guaranteed issue life insurance, AD&D, the college savings plan, hospital-wise. Everyone gets approved, and you have one product that goes to age 90. Do you see the opportunities here? Bottom left, by the way, these are all the new products launching. Left is the term life Seth touched on. Bottom right is hospital-wise. Again, 2 more days, and you got the guaranteed issue version. And then gets better, right? That puts us at 19 products. We got another 4 that are almost done right now. Okay, that's 23 different products on Insure Me Now Direct. The underwriter is Lloyd's of London. We have a total of 4 new products. We have 2 versions of disability. Then we have 1 guaranteed issue, and then AD&D plans as well with various ages and limits. So again, niche products, a little bit of something for everyone with Insure Me Now Direct. Okay, the next page. These are 4 platforms that are built in to Insure Me Now Direct, and these are great ways, right? I call them various fingers that are going out there, sticky fingers that are finding prospects and clients for you to bring them back to your site, okay? The top one is life settlement. So a consumer, a prospect can go on your site if they already have a policy. Maybe they're over 65, they're not so healthy, they want to get an offer on their policy, they want to sell it. Great, we have a calculator built in a lead generation form for you. ReliaShield, okay, online security built in for the consumer where you get paid a commission on this. Sage Scholarship Program, every product sold on Insure Me Now Direct, 1-year free scholarship. We have 430 colleges. That's just a freebie, a value add because that consumer is buying a product on your site. Okay. Legacy Armor. This is very cool. By the way, you can also offer this for free. Think of like 20 years ago, right? You walk into your safe deposit box at First Union Bank, okay, whatever it is. The new version is an online secure vault where it gives the consumer a chance to save a copy of their life insurance policy, their annuity information. Maybe they have a few different investments, right, at different banks, financial institutions. Maybe there's a pot of gold under the house of Aunt Audrey in Tamarack, okay, and they want you to have the address. Everything is in this secure vault, and when that client passes, their beneficiary is pinged. It's an automatic ping, an email that they receive, okay, and it gives the beneficiary access to everything that policyholder wanted them to see or hear about, including pictures and passwords and everything that they want to store. And the coolest part, every time the consumer goes into Legacy Armor to add things or to check things, they see your name as the agent. okay, which is great for referrals and new products. You got to think like this moving forward. Okay, anyway, I know I'm ranting again. I want Annalise to take the wheel here. She's going to jump in and give everyone a quick Insure Me Now direct demo overview. She's also available for you to reach out anytime, and she'll help you and make sure that you're comfortable. It doesn't matter if you're 17 or 93 years old. Okay, we have agents all different ranges from all over the country. So she's here to help. Annalise, you there?
Yes, I am, Bill. We're all good?
Yep, perfect.
All right, perfect. So, I'll walk you through this. Just want to let everyone know absolutely any questions regarding the site, anything at all, edits you need made, I'm the girl you talk to regarding Insure Me Now Direct. So, our site is made to be simple. That's the first thing you see on your page. Start your journey. Just click right there and make sure always keep your link at hand so you can send to clients anytime. This is able to be used on mobile, iPads, any device that you need. All right, moving on. So here, super simple. All you got to fill out is the state, age, zip code, gender, tobacco products. Real simple, real quick. You can do it right over the phone. And don't forget, right here, you are co-branded with your image, logo, your information that can all be customized. If you have a special phone number you want to use, it's all right there. All right, moving on. So here is where your client or you, if you're on the phone, would select which product. Now, this is a question I get lots from agents. They say, I don't see said product. If there's a certain product you don't see, that might be because of the info you're inputting. Let's say you put in someone who's 90, they're not going to get certain products if they're not eligible for them. So you simply click on the product you need, plenty there, and you'll see on the right, this is the term life secure wise for SureBridge. So you just pick your information, how long you want it, and the amount of coverage. Super simple. This can be done in 5 minutes. Moving on. All right, so here it'll give you a review. Just click if you're all good with the information. You can also see at the bottom, it'll allow you to add riders to it. So this is 30 seconds review. Just see if everything's to your liking. Then it would direct you to the actual carrier application. That's a bit more in depth, has more to do with the carrier, all their information. Um, Same as before, just fill out all you need and it'll be complete as soon as possible. Now back to Bill. All right?
Okay, good stuff. And yes, what Annalise mentioned too, and I think it's important, based on the state, okay, and obviously date of birth, the system is going to automatically show what products are available for that specific consumer. So everything is built in for you. And then as we're adding more and more products, obviously more and more options are going to be available for each consumer. So again, right now, 19, 23 by quarter four this year. It's only going to get bigger and better. And then one other thing I want to mention where it says buckle up buttercup, you're almost done, which tells the consumer that on the bottom. When they hit apply, each e-application, right, is going to obviously be a little different depending on the carrier. But as soon as the consumer fills it out, and most of these are less than 7 minutes, these are instant approvals. Okay. And again, on the guaranteed issue, everyone gets approved. So it's 1, 2, 3. And that's why I'm saying if you're focused on the large case market, estate planning, that's great. Kudos to you. But why not have this running on autopilot? Why not team up with the National Pest Control Association and drive tens of thousands of members to your site? And the members think, wow, this is great. I'm getting a great product, great company, and I'm getting a 1-year scholarship for my children or grandchildren. I'm glad I'm a member of this association. That's how you have to think and market these things. You got to get scrappy. We're here to help. We already put in hundreds of thousands of dollars. We have one person here. All she does all day long is works on these sites for our agents. Okay, so we did all the hard work. Now it's up to you to plant the seed, market, get creative, and supplement your income. That's what it comes down to. Okay? All right, let's keep moving. We're just about done, by the way. I know we're running a little behind, but I'm going to get everyone out on time. Bill Levinson Experience Podcast. I know we have open enrollment. Obviously, our health department is around the corner. We interviewed an agent, Natalie, who focuses on senior market health insurance, and then she opens doors, right, especially with some of the products we just spoke about, and she talks about life insurance and annuities, and it works great. So she's got a great story. I interview her. I'm going to send this out by the end of this week to all agents to listen on your favorite podcast channel. Okay, future trainings. That's what you're on right now, right? And I feel like you have to constantly, like you put gas in your car, right? You got to feed your own head. You got to learn. The industry's changing so quickly. Look at just 2.5 years ago compared to today, okay? Different world. I don't care how long you've been doing this, right? The last 3 years have been game changing for underwriting, for technology, for products. The stuff we're seeing now is mind blowing, okay? And you have to be ahead of it. Now, this I love. Here's my fave. On the page, hands down, bar none, look at the bottom section. We teamed up with Life of the Southwest to offer the first ever living benefits certification course so you can add a designation to your business card. Okay, living benefits is the new kind of life insurance that pays while you're alive. Do you have the old or the new? You know the saying. Okay, get certified with us and LSW on the 22nd, 3 p.m. Okay, that's around the corner. Make sure you're registered for this one. I'm very excited. First time we ever did this, by the way. On the top, we are bringing in one of, in my opinion, the top lead vendor to talk about the new $1 million no exam life leads and the new exclusive local FEX leads, local within 50 miles. This platform, we're getting the best agent feedback that I've seen in 23 years. So make sure that you can see it's on a Monday. Okay, it's around the corner. We never do these on Mondays, but that's the only time I can nail them down, and I got to get this message out to our agents. So 2 awesome presentations. We have our last slide here, right on time, which I cannot believe. Real fast, our Positive Tuesday quote. And I love this thing because sometimes you got to look in the mirror, right? And you have to hold yourself accountable. We're not perfect, right? But you got to figure out, what is that thing? What is it? Think about it. What is that one thing? Okay? Instead of looking for that thing to do to be successful, maybe it's the one thing you need to stop doing to be successful. Okay? Maybe thinking you know it all. Maybe thinking you can't break old habits, right? Maybe if it's a bad habit, you need to stop. Whatever it is, now is the time, right? Okay? It's a different world now. Put your right foot forward, okay? And make sure you get scrappy, get the word out, and figure things out. We're here to help every step of the way. We said it 3 times. Me, Annalise, Andrew, the entire Levinson team and family. We're here to hold your hand and figure it out with you. Let's have a great day. Thank you for listening to 2 webinars in 1 week. We'll see you next week because we got 2 more that are going to knock your socks off. Have a great day and great selling.